I'm a consultant. I make my money when I provide consulting expertise to decision makers in Washington, D.C., to decision makers in Tanzania, in Honduras, are two examples that we'll share. Senegal, whatever the country is, folks are interested in making a decision. They're not interested in having a long conversation with me. They need the information as quickly and succinctly as possible. Early on in my career, I went to Tanzania. Beautiful, beautiful country. How many people have seen like an elephant in the wild, like on safari? That's a huge percentage of people. Fantastic. The rest of us have seen an elephant, in a zoo, hopefully, or at least watched a good movie, and if not, this is what an elephant looks like. So, elephant conservation is critical, and elephants are an endangered species in this part of Tanzania. And what I was brought in to do is provide advice to the U.S. government on what to do about development in a very specific area called the Kilimanjaro Valley in south central Tanzania. The do-nothing approach, develop agricultural systems versus U.S. government walks away. The U.S. government walking away in this scenario is not a positive from an environmental standpoint. The no development alternative is not good, because it just means that more folks will come into the valley, more poverty will multiply, the resources will continue to be used in this unplanned way, and that's detrimental to these hippos, those elephants, whatever it is. So I steal a quote from my favorite president. And conservation needs development as much as it does protection.
Conservation means development as much as it does protection. I recognize the right and duty of this generation to develop and use the natural resources of our land, but I do not recognize the right to waste them or to rob by wasteful use the generations that come after us. Moreover, I believe that the natural resources must be used for the benefit of all our people and not monopolized for the benefit of the few. Of all the questions which can come before this nation, short of the actual preservation of its existence in a great war, there is none which compares in importance with the great central task of leaving this land, even a better land for our descendants than it is for us, and training them into a better race, into inhabit the land and pass it on. Conservation is a great moral issue, for it involves the patriotic duty of ensuring the safety and continuance of the nation. Optimism is a good characteristic, but if carried to an excess, it becomes foolishness. We are prone to speak of the resources of this country as inexhaustible. This is not so. There can be no greater issue than that of conservation in this country. The movement for the conservation of wildlife and the larger movement for the conservation of all our natural resources are essentially democratic in spirit, purpose, and message.
Senator, I served with Jack Kennedy. I knew Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy was a friend of mine. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
One morning I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know.
This advertisement was authorized by Mike Webb.